Previously on the Infinite Escape Room.
Come in, sweet podcasters, the magic's not done. This is my storybook, your new tale's begun. Grandfather Story stands tall, his voice kind yet strong. He crafts lands for children who don't question what's wrong. You're part of my pages, he says with a grin, and must solve a new riddle to keep your own skin. My dear friend the farmer has troubles so dire, his wife's called a killer, she's set to expire. 3 blind mice lie dead, and the blame at her door. If we don't find the truth, they'll hang her for sure. My beard is enchanted, it whispers a clue. I sense that the answers lie somewhere near you.
Hello and welcome to the Infinite Escape Room, the puzzling podcast where a group of geographically diverse pals come together and solve a homemade escape room of the ears. My name is Mairi Nolan, and my name in Pigpen is just a series of concentric squares getting smaller and smaller forever. And joining me this evening, we have...
Pigpen.
Pigpen Cipher. Wait, oh, no, you don't know? Oh, we've got a lot to talk about after the episode. It's the one that is like squares, but they're like not fully formed squares, and sometimes they have dots in them, and sometimes they're V-shaped. You're both looking at me with the most blank look.
I've seen it, but I couldn't have told you what it was called.
I just thought it was Pigpen from Snoopy. I was thinking from Peanuts.
The stinky kid with the flies above
that's
him.
all I could think of, like Pigpen Cipher. Is it just like in the clouds around him? I'm Mike. I'm 6'2" with mighty thews, a sore back.
Almost rhymed. Beautiful.
And I'm Dom. So good, they named me.
Oh, I like that one.
Wait, I don't get it. Please explain. I'm sorry. This doesn't have to make it to the episode.
It's just a comical truncation of the usual saying, which would be something like, so good, they named me twice. But they didn't name me twice. They just named me.
Oh,
Have you never heard that phrase, that expression, so good they somethinged it twice?
It originally comes from the song
so.
New York, New York. So good, they named it twice.
Oh, that's cool. Speaking of, I was just in Old York like the other weekend. It's great.
That's the only name that once.
Yeah.
It's close to it, I suppose, because it's York in Yorkshire, like New York in New York.
Oh, yeah, in New Yorkshire. Here's how this works. Over the course of 3 weeks, each one of us will present a part of the Infinite Escape Room while the others try to solve it. Then, at the end, we'll all regroup for the pub-isode for a well-deserved drink and a bit of a chat on a different topic around puzzle design. But before we start, we must first thank our marvellous Patreons, who, in exchange for a few bucks a month, get early access to episodes, unedited and unfiltered stuff, and bonus shenanigans. In particular this week, we would like to thank Caroline Hardman, Karen Kate, Rachel Allen, Chris Mikesell, Helen Bailey. Thanks so much to all of you guys, without who this show genuinely wouldn't stay on the air. So that is the preamble. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Then let's enter the Infinite Escape Room. Last week, myself and Dom solved Mike's escape room, in which we were greeted by the shattered remains of Humpty Dumpty and his crying wife, who blamed the king's faultily built wall for Humpty's accident. In the end,
It was an accident. It was a sexual misadventure led to his demise, which was then covered up for monetary gain.
Worth mentioning as well that we are also, at the same time, have been tasked by Grandfather Story, the owner of our storybook world, to find out who actually murdered the 3 blind mice, because at the moment, the father's wife is on the hook for it and will be hung.
And so far, we've collected what seems to be a murder weapon in the form of a cricket bat.
covered in fingerprints.
And blood.
And mouse blood. You can tell it's mouse blood because it tastes of cheese.
Oh, gross. I have a very unfunny story in that I once knew someone who was like an elderly woman, and she saw a mouse and she got her slipper and she just went whack and it hit straight on and the mouse just went everywhere. That doesn't need to make the edit, but that's sort of family lore. It comes up all the time because even the old lady was shocked. She did not expect to hit this mouse, and everyone was like, what do we do?
Oh my God. That slipper should become like the family weapon, like go up over the fireplace or something.
I think it's been thrown away. I don't think anyone wore it ever again.
Vermin Slayer +1.
So you return back to the three-way crossroads, and just as you're wondering which lead to follow up, you see a small chef walking down the middle pathway, and he's quietly singing a little song to himself. You're not quite sure, but you're pretty sure you hear the lyrics, "I don't know why, perhaps she'll die." Of course, this is a choice, so you don't have to go down the middle pathway. I'll ask you, would you guys like to go down the middle pathway?
I'm intrigued now. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like, absolutely not, Mairi. We'll go down the third one. I'm like, okay, let's do
this is the best artificial choice we've had so far.
Die? Wait a second. It sounds like this small chef knows something. So you guys immediately accost him, demanding to know everything he knows about the murder. I have to think of an accent. No, I don't need to think of an accent. I've written this in my notes. He's French. "Oh, it was terrible, but woe is me." I can't do a French accent. Oh my God.
Even better.
Was terrible. Woe is me. But no, I'm going to do my accent. "Oh, it was terrible, but woe is me. Walk and talk. I'm in a hurry. Listen, I'm head chef at the Fly and Spoon, so I know all about this crime. Those 3 blind mice, they were my very best employees in the kitchen. Sure, they weren't quite as good as rats, but they follow instructions well." As you're walking, you arrive at, presumably, the Fly and Spoon. It is a very swanky, modern-looking restaurant. Beautiful white walls, Eames chairs in the window, modernist artwork on the walls. Maybe not what you expected in the fairyland world, but it looks very nice. The chef continues. "When I heard about the murder, I went to the kitchen where they had worked the day before, and I found a crucial piece of evidence. It's on a piece of paper, but don't worry, I've got it safe. It's stored in the kitchen safe. I think it was something these mice wrote before they died. Yeah, of course, you guys can have it. You look like you're investigating the murder. No problem." But suddenly, he cuts himself off. A horrified gasp. Oh! He's spotted someone outside the restaurant waiting for it to open. He looks at you and he goes, "Oh God, it's her." You look around. Who is this? The only noteworthy person is a very lovely little old lady, completely unassuming with a little handbag, and she's standing there outside the front door, smiling to herself. This guy starts sweating. He's like, I can't believe she's back. What are we going to do? Oh God, my staff are gone. She's going to shut us down. Oh, and then he looks at you and he's like, "Quick, get in the kitchen. Start cooking. Cook anything. It's about to get so busy." Before you have a chance to ask, he turns to you, claps you on the shoulder, or rather, because he's very short, he sort of claps you on your lower backs.
Oh.
He slaps you on the buttocks and pushes you into the kitchen entrance of the Fly and Spoon. Before, I guess, walking off to greet the old lady with open arms, like, "Hello, welcome." But you two are in the fancy-looking kitchen. And before you can see a number of things. You can see, obviously, the door you just came from. You can see a row of chef's outfits hanging on the wall. You can see a cupboard marked the magical, never-ending food cupboard. You can see a service area with today's menu pinned up. You can see 4 distinct cooking stations, and they are, out of interest, the cold service, spaghetti station, steak station, and the pastry station, the essential 4 stations. And you can see, as expected, the wall safe. So, what would you like to do?
Okay, so the door we came out of, the chef's outfits and chef's hat, which I think we'll probably end up putting on, the magical never-ending food cupboard. God knows what that does. The service area with today's menu on it, and the 4 cooking stations: cold service station, spaghetti station, steak station, pastry station. Also,
you can make a pasty there if you want.
Okay, Dom, what do you reckon, mate?
Oh, I think first we clothe ourselves in the chef's whites, right?
Absolutely.
You've got to. There are 2 chef's outfits hanging on the wall. They have complete sort of white robes, little chef hats. Inside are labels. Each one says man-sized, and
Perfect.
You can put it on.
This links to a question that we've had come in through the live stream chat. Shilpa asks, are the chef stations mouse height? This is a very important question.
It is a very important question, but no, these 2 are man-sized explicitly.
I've been in a mouse height kitchen before. Laura's grandparents were about 4 foot something, so they came up to my elbow. So the entire kitchen was about a foot lower than I'm used to. So I'd be sitting in there and it'd feel like I was kind of like hovering in the kitchen because everything was kind of just so low. And the first time I sat on their sofa, my knees almost hit my ears.
Yeah, verify. By the way, do you put these on?
Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Fantastic. You put them on.
I also
They
like
look
that you called them robes. I like the idea that it adds an arcane touch, wearing these chef's robes.
It is a fairyland world. You guys look incredible.
Is there room underneath my taupe, my chef's hat, for a little mouse to... Oh, no, I'd be terrible for Ratatouille. I've got no hair to steer with.
Oh, no. They'd have to sort of poke you.
Yeah, or tap it out. Tap out a code.
The Tapatouille, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's loads of space under that hat.
Actually, can we just take a look inside the hats? Just the usual kind of check the pockets, check the hats.
Very good. You check the pockets. One of you finds in your pocket a piece of paper with a single digit. It says 3. The other you finds the same piece of paper inside your chef's hat. I wrote that in my notes. I didn't know which one you would look in first. But technically, you could have found the letter 3 in either of them.
Okay.
So it's only important to have one piece of paper?
Yeah.
Then I eat mine. How did it taste?
Like paper. Like delicious culinary paper. I don't know. Sugar
Lovely.
Paper? Yeah. This is a kitchen. It's sugar paper.
I think, isn't it rice paper, the edible one? Sugar paper's that big, thick stuff you used to get in primary school.
Yeah, I think so.
In that case, it's sugar paper and it tastes disgusting.
I did eat sugar paper as a kid at one point because I got confused over
I can
it.
very much believe that.
Yeah. I was a chunky little boy. Okay, so I kind of feeling like the service area with today's menu on it feels like today's menu feels like a good thing to take a look at. So can we take a look at the service area and the menu, please?
Absolutely. So the service area is the sort of the area where you pass out food from the main kitchen into the restaurant area. Glancing through that gap, you can see the restaurant's completely empty except for the little old lady sitting by herself at a very large table, clutching her knife and fork enthusiastically with a big smile on her face. For a second, she kind of glances in your direction and you think her eyes are glowing red, but you blink and you don't see anything, so maybe it was nothing. Pinned up there in the service area next to a little service bell, you see a note saying, today's menu. I'm going to paste it in the chat if one of you guys would like to read that out.
So today's menu, the first course is cold appetizers. The second course is spaghetti course. The third course is steak course. The fourth course is pastry for dessert. And the fifth course is to be confirmed, or TBC specifically.
Tuna bake.
Tuna bake course, yeah.
Yeah, the tuna bake course, yes.
Of course.
So we have... Okay, so we've got stations that match all of these, except for the mystery fifth course. And you said we had was there a ticket waiting there for us?
No, there's no ticket waiting for you. But she's in there waiting for her meal, so... And you guys are the only chefs, so...
Okay.
Can we examine the magical cupboard of food?
You can examine the magical never-ending food cupboard. So the magical never-ending food cupboard on the outside just looks like a normal cupboard, but if you open it up on the inside, you see rows and rows and rows of smaller cupboards, literally stretching forever, and every single shelf has something edible on it. Magically, they're all within your reach. So if you were to put your hand in, you would be able to reach any shelf and get any item of food. Unfortunately, the cupboard is only big enough for your arm. You cannot climb into it, but you can reach anything you want.
Like that scene from The Matrix, but with oregano and yogurt.
Yeah,
instead of guns,
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly like that.
Okay.
Well, so our first course is cold appetizers. That's rather vague.
Yeah. I'm wondering if there's something that's going to push us more towards some specifics, because it feels like we can make anything. And famously, the old lady who swallowed the fly, she swallowed us? There was an old lady who swallowed a spider to catch the fly, bird to catch the spider.
Cat to catch the bird, dog to catch the cat.
Bigger dog to eat the smaller dog?
I think then she ate a horse and died, of course, didn't she?
Of course.
Yeah. So was it horse, then dog?
Dog's first.
The horse was to trample the dog, I guess.
Oh, to trample the dog. Oh, I see. I was going to say, I haven't seen many horses just snacking on a lovely bale of dogs.
Have
Well, I
too
guess
many horses with hands.
It just sizes up.
Ah, yeah. That makes sense. Oh, hang on. That's a thought. So, sorry, just thinking
Does that
in terms of core
match
system.
each core?
Yeah, because it would be fly, spider, bird, cat, dog, horse. Okay, so that's 6 things, and we have 5 courses. So maybe that's just us projecting the rhyme. Sorry, Mario. One more thing.
Yeah.
Just one more thing, Columbo. Just one more thing.
You mentioned the door that we came in through. Out of classic Infinite Escape Room paranoia, can we just give that a little look in case you've sneakily concealed something there?
Of course. It is the door you've just came from. It is not locked, but nothing notable on it.
How about the safe? Is that locked?
The safe is indeed locked. You see a safe embedded in the wall. It has a 5-digit lock. Everything's currently set to 0. It is, of course, locked. So, yeah.
So we have 5 digits and 5 courses.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Shilpa says fly, spider, bird, cat, dog, goat, cow. Cow, then horse.
I appreciate the level of research going in the background.
Yeah, this is, which is, again, making me think that we're unlikely to make a goat, cow, horse, like parfait or something.
Well, I mean, the third course steak, that would be a cow, right?
Yeah, maybe.
You don't tend to make steak out of, what would that be? Bird. No. Yes, bird.
That feels like a Heston Blumenthal thing.
Is he back?
Do you know what? I don't think I can do Heston Blumenthal as a character anymore because we saw him on a piece of telly recently.
Yeah.
Something's happened to him. Like he's got I think he's had some sort of condition.
Oh gosh.
Probably because of all the batshit stuff he's been eating for the last 20 years.
Well, batshit, of course, being one of them.
Yeah.
Today I'm going to Wuhan. I'm going to Frizz to ask some lovely. Anyway, sorry. Sorry. Anyway, we're somewhat taking the heat. Okay, I'm a little bit foxed on how to proceed on this. Can we? You said we can go out through the door. Can we maybe go and take the old lady's order?
Yeah, you can. So you sort of leave by the door you came in. You go all the way around to the other side of the restaurant through the front door. You walk up to the old lady. She looks at you like she looks very sweet and innocent, and she just says, "I'm hungry."
She's hungry.
Okay.
Hungry.
So
calmly.
We have a cooking station that matches all of the courses except for the 5th course. So if the first course is cold appetizers, can we have a look at the cold service station, see if there's anything there that could help us?
Absolutely. You go back through the front door of the restaurant, you shuffle around, you go back into the kitchen.
Can we just crawl through the service hatch like normal people?
I like small. Okay, you crawl through the service hatch. Either way, you make it back to the kitchen. The cold service station is unsurprisingly quite cold. Laid out on the surface, you see various implements that you would use to make cold food. I'm just going to leave that to the imagination. I don't do the cooking in my house. Yeah, that kind of thing. Scattered across the station are 8 scraps of paper. They are torn up, and you see little snippets of text on each one. And these are the snippets of text. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 8. You can, one of you guys would like to read out?
Okay, so the crunchy, salty, chirpy, break. Dribbles and smells so nice, add a dash, break. Or for the salt I pinch, break. Missing, oh, what's the ticket, break. Cold appetizer recipe, cooking for, break. Of clove and a smidgen of spice, break. But something is, break. 1, 2, 3, break. The dressing I pour, it drizzles and. Interesting.
Okay, so to reorder that then, we've got cold appetizer recipe. Cooking for 1, 2, 3, or 4. The salt I pinch, the dressing I pour, it dribbles and smells so nice. Add a dash of clove and a smidgen of spice, but something is missing. Oh, what's the ticket? The crunchy, salty, chirpy... Cricket.
Fucking hell, Dom.
So well done.
Going
Jesus
into
Christ.
So going into the never-ending food cupboard, can we try and locate a cricket?
Absolutely. You go up to the never-ending food cupboard, you open it up, you reach your hands in, and absolutely there is a shelf of crickets. They're live, but you can grab a couple and you can cook them into whatever dish you like.
Oh, cold.
Well, they're cold-blooded anyway, right? So we don't need to worry about them being too warm.
Exactly. Yeah. So at this point, you can take your ingredients, you can make anything you want, and you can send it through the service station. You do have a recipe, but you can do what you want.
Yeah, let's follow So in that case, So we need cold appetizer recipe, cooking for 1, 2, 3, or 4. The salt I pinch, the dressing I pour. It drizzles and dribbles and smells so nice. Add a dash of clove and a smidgen of spice. But something is missing. Oh, what's the ticket? The crunchy, salty, chirpy cricket. So if it's chirpy, then I think it needs to go in live. Dead crickets don't chirp.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Okay, so let's see. I guess for that,
I don't know what the dressing is, though. What would you put?
Oh, with cricket,
What would you dress it with? Yeah.
Oh, well, based on what people have told me cricket tastes like, I would go for something punchy, like a balsamic reduction.
Beautiful.
I go for a balsamic reduction.
Okay.
On a little bed bed of rocket.
Oh well, the rocket's not in there, but I guess we can add that in anyways.
Yeah, it's garnish in it. It's just it's green fluff.
Yeah, but rocket's also somewhat salty, and we've already got salt added, and with the cricket is salty itself. We don't want an overly salty dish.
Oh, okay. How about cress or pea shoots? Pea shoots. There we go. Pea shoots is the winner.
Yeah, that.
Fantastic. So that's your meal. Do you want to describe it to me just so I can be sure what you're serving?
Salt, dressing, pea shoots.
And then let's see, we've got our clove and the smidgen of spice, which I guess could just be a pinch of pepper. And our cricket.
Beautiful. You put...
Or crickets. There's probably more than one cricket, otherwise it's a bit of a shit dinner.
Fantastic. You place the dish at the surface area. I'm going to go ahead and say you ding the bell. That's what one does in a restaurant.
Order up.
Order up. It magically disappears. This is like a nursery rhyme world. It disappears and it appears at the old lady's table. She smiles with a big row of teeth. And again, for a second, you think maybe they're like razor sharp, but you're not sure. You're quite far away before she tucks in. And after a while, you hear a little alert on the tannoy from the little chef, who isn't French because I can't do the accent. And he says... There was an old lady who swallowed a cricket. She knew where to stick it when she swallowed the cricket. And then he goes, nice work. You scored 9 for that dish. He's very impressed with your work.
Oh, 9.
9 out of 9. Not bad.
Sick. Okay, so should we move next to the spaghetti station because it's the spaghetti course for the second course?
Yeah.
And have a little look
Fantastic. You approach the spaghetti station, and it's a little bit messier than the others, as sort of spaghetti stations do tend to be. What it has is lots of spaghetti. It's got hard spaghetti, soft spaghetti, wet spaghetti, spaghetti that's clearly just like ramen noodles, and even alphabeti spaghetti. So every letter of the alphabet has been laid out in alphabetical order in spaghetti. And then above the station, you see a small sign. The sign says, never serve spaghetti without meat. Just a little handwritten note, just note to self from one of the chefs. Underneath the sort of full alphabet written out, you see the following words spelled out in spaghetti. I'm going to paste this in the chat. And at the end of this sort of string of spaghetti is sort of one long piece. Good luck reading these words.
Yeah. A wob, a vuk, quad, the T, esif, and then 2 blanks.
AWOB, BVUC, CUAD, DTEE, ESIF. So never serve without meat. So these are all 4-letter series of characters. Meat is also 4 letters. Is this like a logical sequence or something?
We've got repetitions, so it's not a single use of every letter.
I can't think that they would be anagrams because of BVUC.
So they start A, B, C, D, E.
Oh, they do. That's
which would mean that the final one would start with an F.
Oh, you're right. Oh, okay. And now you said that, I think the second letters are the alphabet in reverse sequence, maybe?
W, V, U,
W,
T, S. So that would be R.
Yeah.
O, U, A, E, I. Over
vowels.
to you on that one, Mike. Oh, it's the vowels. Oh, so
A,
Y.
E, I, O, U. E, I, O, U.
It's the A that we... No, we've got that.
So we've got all the vowels there.
What about Y?
Y is a vowel?
Don't you have a Welsh wife?
No, it's double L's, like a semi-vowel.
Okay,
Phlegm is a vowel.
So the word fry, for example, are you telling me that has no vowels?
I can't remember if Y is a vowel or not.
Okay, so we have F-R-Y.
Yeah. Exactly. And then B, C, D, E, F, G. Frig.
Frigg, which, as we know, is a Norse goddess.
Frigg, the Norse goddess of spaghetti. Or fry, G. Maybe it's trying to be street. Hang on. Oh, no. Okay. O-U-A-E-I. Okay, so if it is vowels and we repeat that sequence, then it becomes O again. In which case, frog. So our meat could be frog. Mairi, can we go to the fridge, please, and see if there are any frogs in the infinite fridge?
Absolutely can. So you pull up the infinite fridge and so pull open the doors of the infinite fridge, reach your hands in, and there are multiple frog shelves. There's frog in abundance. Any preference on which type of species of frog you might want to have? Or
Yes, one of the yellow ones with red spots.
fantastic. Yep, you've got some of those. In this world, they are edible. You put out some live frogs.
Nice.
You can
Okay, excellent.
add it to your spaghetti if you want. Do whatever you like. It's your dish.
What was it? So I think the only thing we could do is basically just mix it with some spaghetti, wasn't it? It was you've got to serve spaghetti with meat.
Yes, but obviously with frog and with spaghetti, you need garlic. So
Yeah,
we want a lot of crushed garlic in there. I'd say
huge amount.
Yeah, 3 bulbs.
I thought you were going to say a 3-to-1 ratio of 3 garlic to 1 frog to 1.
3 entire bulbs of garlic, I think, crushed into there.
Agreed.
Incredible.
Had frog's legs at a wedding in France in a chateau, and they were delicious. But that's because they were basically garlic sticks with
Just a vessel
It's the
for
same with
garlic.
escargot.
yeah,
And some butter as well. We want butter in there.
Delicious.
Oh yeah. Man, I'm ravenous.
Is that your dish you're going to
Yes.
serve?
Yep.
Fantastic.
Chili flakes as well.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, spaghetti tossed in a light garlic butter with frog's legs off the bone.
Shilpa suggests parsley.
Parsley. Yeah.
Chuck some on as well.
Dusting on there.
Nice. Brilliant. You plate this up, and then you place the dish in the service area. You ding the bell again. It disappears, reappears at the old lady's table. This time, behind her sharp teeth, you see a forked tongue lick her lips, but she happily tucks in.
Mm-hmm.
And then after a while, you hear an alert on the tannoy from, again, the sort of owner of this establishment. He says, "There was an old lady who swallowed a frog. I bet you thought it was going to be a dog. She swallowed the frog to catch the cricket. Cricket, yes, she knew where to stick it. Nice work. You scored 7 out of 7.
It's lovely.
It's like a reverse Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
Okay, so next up we have the steak course, which was the 3rd course. So can we go over to the steak station, please?
Absolutely. You approach the steak station, and while you're not sure what a steak station is supposed to look like, you're pretty sure it doesn't look like this. It's very weird. There's sort of moss growing on the surface. There's sort of mushrooms, little plants and stuff. And there are a number of weird runes and symbols arranged in a chart in front of you.
Dom, you're up.
The handwritten note this time reads, "Today's recipe by Vegard and Bard. Summon a mythical creature from deep within these woods." And then it says, "Speak aloud." And it has, well, you have a table. I'm going to screenshot this and chuck this in the chat for you guys.
Okay, so we've got a table which is 5 by 5, not including the headings. The headings along the horizontal is he, which is T-E-E, ding, D-I-N-G, pa, P-A, ho, H-O-H, and pow, P-O-W. And then down the vertical axis, it is wa, W-A, ring, R-I-N-G, pa, again, P-A, ha, H-A-H, and blank, 2 square brackets with nothing between. Then the table itself, the contents is a series of images.
The ancient
Which I
runes,
will-
you mean?
Yes, of course, the ancient runes, which I will run through left to right, top to bottom. Elephant, fish, duck, umbrella, potted plant, worm, cactus, crab, wave, a feather or a quill, a flower, a fly, a hourglass, a dinosaur, specifically one of the big long-necked herbivores. I think that's a jellyfish, butterfly, a bird of paradise, a really happy moon, bouquet of flowers, a zebra, a storm cloud, a ladybird, a log, a whale, and a shrugging person.
If you just tuned in now.
Dom ate the frogs. They never made it to the table.
Along the top, we have a line of runes, which is 3 cacti, 3 butterflies, a whale, a duck, 2 hourglasses, and a shrugging person.
Which, looking at the table, if we speak aloud, the left-hand column first and then the right-hand column gives us ring ding, ring ding, ring ding, hearty, 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 ho, wapa, papa, papa, pow.
I can confirm you've done that correctly, but I'm curious, what animal do you think you're summoning?
Ring ding, ring ding, ring ding, hutty, 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 ho. I have no idea.
No worries.
Summon a mythical creature from deep in the woods. Oh, I've got to think about a mythical creature first before I just say the spell.
You've said the spell correctly. So as you cry out those fateful words, the surroundings start to shimmer, and in a flash of bright light, a box appears in front of you.
Summoned a box?
Boxes are mythical. I've got one myself.
Yeah, I'm looking at one right now. This is bullshit.
Is the box openable?
Yes.
What's in the box?
Inside is a fox. And specifically, you've unlocked the secret of the fox, the ancient mystery as to what its sound is.
What does the fox say?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, my God.
Oh, God. I had to listen to that song so much this week. So now you guys have it in your head, too.
I've not heard that in years. Oh, golly. I was looking at the ring ding, ring ding, ring ding, thinking, why do I know this? I was thinking Young Tummy-Lie Poe.
So is Vegard and Bard, is that a reference to that
that's
song
the two singers. Their real names.
I wonder what that meant.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway.
I thought they were too, like, I thought they were too, like, Norse authors.
We could have skipped all of it. Cool. Okay, so I snap the neck of the fox.
Beautiful.
I carve off a flank, dip it in a mixture of olive oil, salt and pepper, and whack it on the grill. In fact, no, whap it in a very hot cast iron pan.
Beautiful.
Mm. We want it
flip
rare, right? Something as succulent as fox.
Yeah, just sear it on all the edges, and then just whack it on a plate with a branch of more.
And some new potatoes. Why not?
Yeah, and some new potatoes.
Lovely. You place the dish in the service area, ding the bell, disappears, reappears at the old lady's table, and she tucks in very happily. By this point, she's kind of lost all of her decorum. She kind of devours the meal, ripping the steak to shreds. And then she eats the plate too, and then lets out an almighty screech, more in a high-pitched voice. But it's fine. After a while, you hear an alert on the tannoy from the chef. And he says, there was an old lady who swallowed a fox that the duo found in a magic box. It doesn't have the right number of syllables, but whatever. She swallowed the fox to catch the frog. She swallowed the frog to catch the cricket. The cricket, yes, she knew where to stick it. Nice work. You scored, let's go with 4 out of 4.
Our scores are getting lower. This is bullshit.
But still 100%.
Yeah.
A less granular score is harder to get top marks in, though. You know, like 7 out of 10, that's only a 2 out of 5 or whatever.
Exactly.
I want to know what our marking criteria are. So that leaves the pasties.
Mm-hmm.
Can we go to the pastry section?
Sure can. You approach the pastry section and it looks just like a pastry section. Plenty of sort of space for rolling out and cutting up pastries and stuff. I don't really know what they do in pastry stations, but I imagine all the correct implements you would need for making delicious pastries and a lovely smell of baking in the air. Lined up, you see a number of ingredients in front of you. And I couldn't read these out, but I have also made a visual aid. So I will go to the effort of sharing the visual aid. There are a number of things in front of you,
nice.
Ingredients, and then there's an empty space for one missing ingredient. And yeah, if one of you would like to describe what you see in this beautiful image I made.
I just read the designer's note on the bottom.
Designer's note, graphic design is my passion. This is not part of the puzzle.
I was just having so much fun shopping this. I was like...
So this is a very professional, lovely-looking kitchen and a kitchen counter, a nice marble-top kitchen counter, and we have on it, from left to right, butter, egg, singular, sugar lump, singular, but with four of them. Then 4 flour, 4 bags of flowers. 4 bags of flour. 5 bags of flour. Thank you. And then a missing ingredient. Dun, dun, dun. I feel like milk is the thing missing from that. I don't know why.
Yeah, I also don't know. I don't know how to make pastry.
Oh, pastry. Water. I think water would be the thing that you're missing from that for pastry. Because you... Okay, so, oh God. Okay, I can't remember the ratios, but basically you get your dry ingredients out. You get your butter and your flour, you crumb them together, so you mix them together, and you gradually add water in to sort of bind them. You don't overwork it, and you try and keep it cold. And then I guess you brush it with, I guess you do that with sugar as well for a sweet pastry, and then maybe brush it with the egg. I feel like we need more information.
Okay.
Or we're barking up the wrong tree.
I mean, we've got the ratios there, presumably. 1 long knob of butter, 1 egg, 4 bits of sugar and 5 bits of flour.
Yeah.
There's all the information you need.
That's worrying. Well, I mean, if we use these ingredients and we get it wrong, there will be more of this in the cupboard. So
that's true.
So should we try it with water?
Yeah.
It's going to be a really bland pastry if it's just pastry, like a fat disc of pastry with no filling or anything.
Yeah, let's try it. Let's try mixing it all together with water as our mystery ingredient.
I'm going to say, in this magical kitchen, when you mix it, it completely fails. Even though I'm sure you're correct in the real world, that's not how it works in this kitchen.
Okay, so there's something logical in this.
And I will say, obviously, now you've ruined your ingredients, you take out those ingredients again in those exact quantities. I'm sorry, I'm pasting it again for you guys.
So the quantities are significant. That's interesting.
So 1B, 1E, sugar lump rather than just sugar.
Yeah. And we've had a lot so the other puzzles have been sort of wordy as well, so I wonder if this might be another word puzzle or letter puzzle.
1, 1, 4, 5. We've also got that note of paper that we got earlier that was 3. Don't know when that becomes relevant.
Yeah, true. Shit, I forgot all about the safe. I completely forgot that we're trying to get into the safe.
Have another
through,
look at the safe if you want.
I would imagine our scores 974 so far would be for the safe.
Oh shit! Did you write them down?
I did. It's 974.
Nice work.
Tom. Oh, sneaky. I just thought that Mairi was just arbitrarily scoring us.
That does sound like me.
Just negging our cooking.
Yeah, just rating us just like that sounds shit.
Missing ingredient. Okay. 1B, 1E, 4 SL.
I feel like I might need a little nudge on this one. Might need a hinty hint.
Looking at them written out like that with the number and then the name of the thing is probably the most helpful format to view it in. And I'd say that you've both are very close but haven't quite twigged. You both keep saying very much the correct thing but not quite carrying it through to the full 4 ingredients. That's not helpful. I can give a better hint, but I feel like you're so close. You don't need it.
1 butter, 1 egg, 4 sugar lump, 5 flour, and then the 5th ingredient. So we need a number as well. It does just say ingredients, not ingredients.
Yeah. It feels like there's a sequence that we're missing or something. I've got a horrible feeling this is going to have been screaming at us from space when we finally see it.
Mike, you read it out and I'll listen and see if that's anything twigs.
1 butter, 1 egg, 4 sugar lump, 5 flour. All I can think of is 2 flour from Colour of Magic.
Discworld, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, instantly going to indexing the alphabet. It's never indexing the alphabet. Okay, that's...
What if I told you the number directly relates to the words you see? If I phrase it like that.
Oh, shit.
I can give you much easier hints. I just feel like you are so close that I don't want to, because I want to let you get it.
We can edit out the...
Okay. Well, so in that case, it would be B-E... A bear. The missing ingredient would then be a bear.
Wait, what? How'd you get to that?
Well, it's think of it as similar to an acrostic.
Oh, it's the fourth letter of the... Oh!
And you guys kept saying 1B, 1E, and I was like, I'm like, do that again.
Well done, Dom. Oh,
Nice
goodness
work.
gracious me. Yeah, my brain was nowhere near there. I was still thinking about two flour.
Okay, so I think this should be a sweet pastry. So what's the sweetest type of bear?
Oh, honey bear.
Honey bear, yeah. I don't think that actually exists, but yeah, okay. Honey bear.
I think it does.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing. I think they're very vicious.
Great. Well, Mike, you get out.
Yeah. In the chat, we've got I kept screaming bear over here.
Oh, wow. That's impressive as well, because they didn't see it written out like that. They just saw the image.
Yeah, impressive self-control.
Oh, yeah. I like the logic.
Fed her a fox, so you needed an animal more. Oh, yeah, we needed something to chase a fox. Yeah, this is some... We are not sharp.
I'm not a chef.
Okay, I'm going to go into the fridge. I'm going to grab a big feckin' rolling pin on the way past as well, because I get the feeling I might need to go in armed.
You reach your hand in, and sure enough, there are many shelves with live bears on them. But you grab the honey bear, pull it out by the scruff of the neck, and I presume hit it with the rolling pin?
Beat it to death
with the rolling pin, yeah.
Beat it to death with the rolling pin.
Well, it's yours to cook however you like.
Okay, so this one's in pastry. So after all that stuff of trying to make the short crust before, should we just get a roll of the Just Puff pastry or something and just wrap it in that?
The whole thing?
Not the whole bear. I think just its sweet meats. So just get out its intestines.
Beautiful. You do that, cook it perfectly. Fantastic, smells delicious. You place the dish on the service area and you ding the bell. It disappears and appears at the old lady's table. She is absolutely ravenous. You notice by this point half the table has been chewed away as well, and some of the artwork was pulled down from the wall, and she's been crunching away on it. But yeah, she eats this pastry bear, and she seems pretty happy with it. After a while, you hear an alert on the tannoy from the head chef. There was an old lady who swallowed a bear that gave Mike and Don quite the scare. She swallowed the bear to catch the fox. She swallowed the fox to catch the frog. She swallowed the frog to catch the cricket. The cricket, yes, she knew where to stick it. And he says, nice work, you scored 5 out of 5. But then there is a long pause before the tannoy pipes up again. And he says, about that 5th course, well, bears only have one natural predator. I'm afraid the 5th dish is man. And then suddenly there's a loud noise in the main restaurant. The old lady, she's standing up and she's looking right at you with blood red eyes, knife and fork in the hand, and she's walking towards you guys, gnashing her teeth this way and that. She's coming for you, and there's probably only a minute or two before she reaches you and eats her 5th course. What would you like to do?
How many digits are on the safe?
5.
Okay, go to the safe and put in 97453.
Beautiful. That is correct. The safe swings open triumphantly, and inside is a little notebook. You don't have time to look at it. You grab it and you run. And in the distance, as you flee, you hear the tannoy crying out, there was an old lady who tried to swallow a man because she can. She can swallow a man. But Mike and Don ran. But wait, that means I'm the only man left in here. Come back, come back. As a wet noise. And then silence. And you have solved my escape room. But as a final epilogue, in your hand, looking down at the piece of paper, you see the following thing written down on the piece of paper. And I'm also going to share this image in the chat as well. It's for everyone's benefit. Oh. But that is, the piece of paper is written in the hand of the 3 blind mice, as you heard at the start.
Yeah.
So it's a message by the 3 blind mice that they left before they died.
Oh, should we decode this now or wait until later? Oh, man.
For the benefit, I'm actually not going to explain. I was going to explain what we saw, but I'll let everyone just decode it themselves.
Oh, I like the way you say that. Like we're just going to fart out the.
It can't be Braille because that would be a hell of an assumption that we speak Braille. or read Braille, rather.
You can use Google.
It could just be Braille.
Could be. Let's see. Braille translator.
Or just the alphabet, because if we assume we've got
that's
two
true.
letters, 3 letters, 4 letters, 3 letters, 3 letters.
I think you might be right. Okay, so if we did that, the first letter in the Braille alphabet would be W.
Okay.
The next letter would be E, I believe.
Makes sense.
We. The next letter would be S, and then
A, and then W. We saw.
And then W again. H, A. We saw what. This is going to be we saw what. The last letter's T. Next line, Y, and then it's going to be U. He said, trying to find.
Yeah, let's be certain.
Yep, O and U. Yep, we saw what you. It's going to be did. Yep, D, I, D. Yep, we saw what you did. Okay.
So we have a motive. The mice knew too much. Wait, hold on. What? They saw? They're blind.
I wanted to give a reasonable doubt for those who want to solve the murder.
Oh my god! So these were pretending to be blind. These mice. This is a trope. This is no wonder they got splattered with a cricket bat. The bastards.
Such a corrupt kingdom we're in.
Yeah, this is messed up. Grandfather Story's got a lot to answer for.
But yeah, you've solved my escape room.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
That was excellent.
That was loads of fun. I really liked the range of mechanics in there. And it's that beautiful sweet spot of being hard enough to make me feel clever, but not so hard that I can't get any of it.
Yeah, I absolutely loved that. That was 4 beautifully sort of self-contained things with a larger meta puzzle, which completely passed me by. Dom, you're a fucking superstar for that. Particularly when you took the scattered message and you went, it goes in this order. Because I was looking at it going, oh god, I can't get brains. So I can get that.
Was so impressive, actually. I'm still impressed you got that so quickly.
Yeah. What was your hot take, Mairi, on how we did?
Yeah, you guys really smashed it. I was really worried going into it.
7 out of 7.
Yeah, 7 out of 7. 2 out of 2. I mean, couldn't fault it. No, you did really well. I thought it was going to take you guys much longer than this, but you absolutely breezed through the puzzles in the best possible way and seemed to have fun, so I'm happy.
It was great.
Thanks.
We got to show off how middle class we were as well with our food aspirations.
Oh yeah, as well. I cannot cook at all, and so this was an ambitious one to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to describe a pastry section. I'm like, it's surface for making pastry. Join us next time on The Infinite Escape Room, where we find out who done it. Now we know how and why. As always, a big thank you for listening. This has been the Infinite Escape Room podcast. If you'd like more, you can subscribe in all the usual places, the apps feed, iTunes, Spotify, or directly on our website at theinfiniteescaperoom.com. If you'd like to come say hello on social media, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky at The Infinite Escape Room or TIER podcast. Basically in all the usual places except for Twitter, because we're not on Musk's hell site anymore. If you'd really like to support the show, you can head on over to Patreon, where for a few bucks a month you can get even more content, such as a look behind the scenes, unedited episodes, or join us as we record live. This episode's original artwork is by Don Jordan, who you can find at donjordanillustration.com. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye!
Bye-bye!
Bye.